Week 6 wraps up with an AFC South battle tonight as the Colts take on the Titans. And Indy may not own Tennessee, but they're leasing with an option to buy. They've won 11 straight against the Titans, tied for the longest active winning streak in any head-to-head series. They've also won 16 of the last 17. Marcus Mariota missed Week 5 with a hamstring injury, listed as questionable for this affair. So for all the questions that need answering, we go to Lisa Salters in Nashville. She's there for tonight's game. Hey, Lisa, give us the information that you have, the latest on Marcus Mariota. What's his status?
Yeah, Trey, well, we were at practice on Saturday night, and Mariota took all of the first-team reps. So the Titans are hopeful that, barring any setbacks, he will play tonight. And we got a chance to talk with him, and he told us what it would mean for him to make his Monday Night Football debut. Mariota, of course, grew up in Hawaii, where because of the time difference, it's Monday afternoon football. He said he remembers coming home from elementary school and watching the games, or being at practice when he was older, hearing about the scores. So being out there tonight, it does mean something to him. But hamstring injuries, as you know, they can be tricky. And though Mariota has practiced this week, he's not 100%, and he probably won't be able to move around like we're used to seeing him do. Mariota, in fact, has not done any full-out running this week. So look for the Titans to try to establish the ground game early with reigning AFC rushing champion DeMarco Murray and 2015 Heisman winner Derrick Henry. Trey.
All right, Lisa, so that's the hopeful good news for the Titans with Marcus Mariota. Look, we know it won't be Andrew Luck under center tonight. It will be Jacoby Brissett. But where are we on the Andrew Luck getting back to playing in games as he's now practicing on a limited basis?
Yeah, no luck tonight, and it's safe to say the Colts are not going to have any luck next week either. At least that was the impression that we got meeting with Andrew last night at the team hotel, though he did tell us that he's making progress, and he's confident that he will be able to play sometime this season. But tonight, it will be the fifth start for Jacoby Brissett, acquired from the Patriots a week before the start of the regular season. Brissett told us that having to learn this new Colts offense has been a work in progress, with the biggest challenge being learning the new terminology for the offense. And as much as Indy is waiting to get number 12 back, Chuck Pagano told us he couldn't be more pleased about the trade for Brissett, who's gone 2-2 as the Colts starter since taking over in Week 2 and had his first career 300-yard passing game last week, Trey.
All right, Lisa, thanks very much. Yeah, that overtime win over San Francisco in Indy, where at halftime they retired Peyton Manning's jersey in Indianapolis. Okay, Adam, it looks like Marcus Mariota, that is, might be able to go tonight. You got any more on it?
I think the signs point to him being able to go, and I think that's the guy that we're expecting to see out there. Now, whether or not he gets to pregame, gets through pregame,
right,
gets to start, we'll see. But I think that's the guy we'll see tonight.
Okay, so that's one issue to look at in this contest. Guys, how has Indy won 11 straight games against the Tennessee Titans? I mean, look, this is a Titans team that had high hopes coming into this year. Remember, they were in the playoff race very late last year until they laid an egg in Jacksonville, a game in which Marcus Mariota broke his leg. What are we expecting from Tennessee tonight?
Well, tonight you have to expect Tennessee to rely on the running game. You know, Marcus Mariota is a guy you like to move the pocket with, run some zone read type of things, get him outside on boots to give him run-pass options. Tonight, you're going to have to start with Murray. You have to start with Henry and then go play action pass off of that. But keeping him in the pocket, giving him easy reads against a Colts secondary that has struggled this year, and a Colts team as a whole that has struggled. And so you look for the Tennessee Titans to rely on their running game and their physical presence up front.
At some point, though, Tennessee has to be able to create explosive plays in the passing game,
right,
and they're just not able to. And then conversely, on the defensive side of the football, they're not rushing the passer very well, and they just get bludgeoned in the secondary, and they've dumped money into the secondary to try and prevent that. So, I mean, it's kind of a twofold issue. In the NFL, look, if you cannot get chunk plays, you're going to have a problem. You can run the ball, that's great. And Derrick Henry and DeMarco Murray, look, those guys are about as good of north-south runners as you can get. But they have tried to expand this offense and make it also be one that can be perimeter-driven, meaning this, that when they want to attack you outside the numbers, they can, but they can't. They haven't been able to. And then they get the ball thrown over their head, and they're not getting pressure on the quarterback. So those are things I'm watching. Look, against Jacoby Brissett, you better put him under duress.
Right.
There's no reason Jacoby Brissett should be beating you at home. I don't care how many games that Indianapolis has already won. Also, Andrew Luck was there when they were winning those games.
Right.
Peyton Manning.
So look, they need to start. They need to start establishing that. Meaning, outside the numbers, we know that they want. Mike Mularkey said we want to own the area between the tackles. They do that.
They
now,
need to own some of the area outside the numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Adam, you got any more on Andrew Luck and what
Look, you heard Lisa. It's not tonight, and it's not going to be next week. So that's 2 more weeks.
Week 7 was the week we thought might be the most optimistic all along, right? Yeah.
And we're not going to see him in week 7. We do not believe. And even when we do see him, Trey, and that could be as early as week 8. Again, here's somebody that really hasn't practiced very much, hasn't thrown to the receivers. We saw how that disrupted Cam Newton from not going through much of camp. We saw how it disrupted Joe Flacco. And Luck has been sidelined even longer than both of those quarterbacks. So how effective is he going to be when he does come back? But, again, they do want to play him this year. He wants to play this year. We don't have any reason to think that he's not going to play this year. But time is slipping
away. Yeah, by the way, we said 11 straight wins by the Colts over the Titans. Do you know the starting quarterbacks the last time the Titans beat the Colts?
Matt Hasselbeck.
4.
Titans.
The Titans.
For the Titans, correct. And the starting quarterback for the Colts, you want to take a gander?
Tozine.
No.
Kerry Collins.
No. You want to guess?
Johnny Unitas.
No, also not true. You want to try a guess?
Curtis Painter.
There it is. Curtis Painter, ladies and gentlemen.
Wheat told me.
I'm about to say, you know why I told you? He wants us to move along. Okay, so let's get to some other injuries. Adam, what more can you tell us? So let's start with Jameis Winston.
He's got a shoulder injury. He does not believe it's serious. He said after the game he didn't think it was anything serious. Having the MRI, they have the results back right now. Dirk Cutter is scheduled to address the media, Trey, in just a little over 2 hours from now. We'll get an assessment then of how serious they view the shoulder injury at that point in time.
Okay, he never left the field as Aaron Rodgers did. And, of course, what about Trevor Siemian?
Minor shoulder sprain, I'm told, from the MRI. He got it right here, diving for Jack Rabbit, Janoris Jenkins on this interception return.
Really bad throw.
Had the MRI today. Minor shoulder sprain. I think the Broncos are confident that he'll be able to play Sunday against San Diego. Won't have Emmanuel Sanders, as you mentioned before.
And then Leonard Fournette with what looked really bad when you saw it happen.
It looked bad. You see him run to the outside right here. You see the foot buckle. It did not look good. You saw him limping around and crawl to the ground in pain. Goes down right there, Trey. But, again, the Jaguars said he could have come back into the game. They believe he's going to be able to play Sunday against the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, I tell you, when you saw it, you weren't thinking ankle. You saw that hyperextension of his right leg, and you thought it might be the knee or something like that.
If that was on field turf, I'll bet we might have had a different result than natural grass.
That looked nasty.
Well, that turf was really beat up in Jacksonville on Sunday.
Maybe it helped him in that case.
In that case, then I'm glad it worked out. Okay, another press coverage for you here on this edition of NFL Live. And if you're a Washington fan, it's not a great one because this rookie has been doing really well. The interior lineman from Alabama, Jonathan Allen, according to our John Keim, suffered a Liz Frank sprain of his left foot. Could miss a month, but Adam, this next sentence is everything. He will visit Dr. Robert Anderson.
When you see Dr. Robert Anderson mentioned with a Liz Frank sprain of a left foot, you know that you've got an issue. And they're saying that he could miss a month. It could be more. That's a potentially devastating injury. Maybe you guys have played with something like that. I'll bet you that threatens to linger all season long.
Look, the last words you want to hear if it's one of your players, because he's really good at what he does, but visit Dr. Robert Anderson when talking about a foot.
It's caught, and he's running. Touchdown, Antonio Brown. It chipped right into his hands, and he said, "See you later."
Oh, so much to catch up from Sunday. When we come back, we'll take a look at the best celebrations, catches, and defensive touchdowns. It's Sunday Standouts. Each week, NFL teams will select a high school football coach of the week, and ESPN will honor the Monday Night Football home team's coach. This week's coach of the week is Trey Perry. I love that guy, from Mount Juliet High School. The Don Shula High School Coach of the Year, that's Trey Perry, by the way, will be announced at the Pro Bowl in January. You go, Trey. You go. Time for Sunday Standouts, and I'm not here every week now doing this. This is wonderful. I miss Zombie Richard Sherman. I'm not going to lie.
I do as well. I think we should bring him back. At least if you're here on Monday.
I like that.
We should have Zombie.
We had lots of standouts, by the way, on Sunday. How about the Saints? 3 franchises, 3 defensive scores. That was a franchise record, but that didn't make it. How about this? One-handed catches? Laquan Treadwell. That's a one-handed catch, and that catch
super sticky.
Yeah. Wow. Where was that all of last year when he had one catch as a #1 pick?
Where was technology?
How about this? Golden? That's Marvin Jones. That's Marvin Jones.
Watch this. One hand with the push off.
Super sticky. With the push off.
With the push off.
That was a defensive pass interference. Best WWE matchup. This was the golden tape that I was hoping to see. First of all, this run is amazing.
How about,
yeah.
Can we have a segment called Sunday Cop-Outs? Because they copped out on this.
Sunday business decisions? Sunday business decisions?
Yeah, really? I mean, what is that?
But watch this.
People's elbow.
People's elbow right there. And The Rock noticed. Heart-stopping, elbow-dropping. Showtime tape brings the dangerously exposed elbow to the pigskin today, and then some emojis. Good job. But how about this Saints defense? I mentioned this. They had 3 defensive scores for the first time in franchise history. That's just way too long. Alex Okafor, come on,
Saints
Matthew
defense,
Stafford,
Sunday standout. That's something we didn't think we'd see.
Well, not only Marshawn Lattimore, the rookie, gets into the pick six.
Good, man.
By the way, the last game for this defense before this, they threw a shutout.
Hey, guys, we second lining all on Burger Street and Canal.
There you go. How about pinball move? I don't know if this is pinball. I don't understand how this isn't an interception. Gaines did everything right except
put your hands together.
Thank you, Philip. I mean, now that's great concentration by Antonio Brown.
Also why Gaines plays defense.
I get it now. All right, I get it. I was waiting for the effects. Nice, well done. Tilt.
Put your hands together.
Alvin Kamara.
This dude's kind of good, bro.
He's not kind of good. He's very good.
Oh, my
Kamara,
God.
actually. We had him here. He said he likes Kamara.
Camaro, like Camaro, but
Kamara.
Was he a high hurdler?
When you jump over a dude when he's standing up, though?
Darius Slade, can't believe Bra really jumped over
It
me.
looks like Skeets
Kamara responds, I had to, Bra. Slade, no, you didn't. Could have run out of bounds. But you got Matt Hobbs. But they're getting together. Okay, now hold on. Watch this. Kevin Hogan getting blitzed in the end zone, gets called for the intentional grounding and the safety, but the best part is what the ref had to say. Listen.
There are 2 fouls on the offense on the play. Illegal formation on the offense. There's also intentional grounding from the end zone. By rule, this penalty is enforced and results in a safety.
That's not a safety. That's the surrender cobra.
What is that? Isn't that loss of down?
I don't quite understand that. Okay. It looked like he was doing the Macarena, actually. Accidental tackle. Bobby Rainey, kickoff return. Teammate Tyus Bowser got him.
So they practiced it just like that, Trey.
Yeah.
They knew the Chicago Bears would quit, and they also knew that number 30, Cunningham's back, would get really tight.
That's exactly
after this
right.
cut.
This is great coaching, is what you're saying.
That's great coaching.
Phenomenal. Well, remember, John Harbaugh was a special teams coach.
Way to go,
we got it, baby.
Brilliant.
How about Kiko Alonso? You know what? We don't always have to go for the kill shot. I'm going to gently hold my friend Taylor Gabriel. I'm just going to say hi to him. I'm going to carry him for 13 yards. Just, you know what? We don't always have to blow somebody up.
Yes, we do.
How about Tom Brady? Oh, look at Lewis. Tom Brady passed to Rob Gronkowski. Okay, that's a touchdown. But Brady is not messing around. What does Brady do here?
Have you? Seriously,
Okay,
have you ever,
what do you think, Tom?
tried to talk
What
to
do you
a
think?
referee while they meet?
Yeah.
They don't want nothing to do with you. They invited him right in.
The best, though, was Jay Cutler when he got hit calling for the flag and they threw it. Leonard Fournette is fast and strong and really big and really tough and all these things.
He goes.
Do we have some like Formula One car sound?
Next gen stats, 21.76 miles per hour. Why is that impressive? That's the second fastest mile per hour rush all year. You know what? The first one? Leonard Fournette.
How do we track
Went on this 90-yard jaunt. He hit 22.05 mph.
Great knee lift, Dorsey flex.
Do we have like
that is nice.
Do we have like a speed trap out there on the field?
So he's
That is nice.
He's strong to mostly strong, is what we're saying. So he did really, really well. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to stop talking now because the bump is a sound full. But you do this.
Clark.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Still to come on NFL Live, a Dennis Green edition of Overreaction Monday as we celebrate one of the greatest post-game rants of all time. It's anniversary. Denny, we miss you.